Hello there! Behind me is one of the most famous mines in all of California. This is Cerro Gordo's Union Mine. And back in the 1800s, they pulled $500 million worth of minerals out of this hole right behind me. So in this video, I'm gonna go 400 feet down that shaft in search of all of these different minerals that might be left behind. And I gotta say, I've explored this mine a lot over the last few years, but in this video, I find an area of the mine that I've never seen before.
This is a very special piece. I would say for me, this is priceless. This goes in a display cabinet.
All right, so it has been a very long time since I have ventured down this hole behind me. And this hole behind me is the Union Mine here at Cerro Gordo. This hole behind me is part of the reason Los Angeles is what it is today. You know, every single building here at Cerro Gordo were all created to service this mine. And so that's why for the past 3 years now, I've spent so much of my time down there just documenting. And I go down there mainly to discover history. That said, there still is some very cool minerals down there. You know, and so this journey that I recently went on was really in 3 parts. My first time down there, I just wanted to go down and document the 400 level. The 400 level of the Union Mine is a very important level here. You know, that is where I found my one and elusive pair of Levi jeans. I have mined silver from down there. And so the first trip was to hopefully go down there, document it, and notice anything that I didn't see before. So all right, this first trip down to the 400 level was more of just a preliminary trip for a big project we're trying to do in the spring here. We're gonna try to 3D map every single level of the Union Mine. I've been talking to some really cool, really innovative companies about the process of doing that. And in the end, we will have a dimensional scale model of all the 30 miles of mines that exist down below this cage. So on this day, I wanted to go down there, just take a direct to camera, you know, quick walk around to send back to the company so we have an idea of kind of like some of the obstacles and some of the hurdles that we were looking for. I didn't know at the time that that would lead to 3 separate trips needing 2 miners to go down there with me and hundreds of feet of rope and all sorts of new discoveries. But some of the craziest adventures start very small, and this was definitely one of them. And so we should be approaching the 400 level right about now. So there you are. This is, as you can see, the 400 level of the Union Mine. We'll see how close we have it up top to stop it. Right on the nose. We should be good right about there. Let me see. On this day, I only had a 1-hour time limit. So, you know, as I was sprinting around, kind of glancing at all these things, I started noticing more minerals that maybe I hadn't seen before. We have a huge pocket of green, stone of copper, you know, potentially malachite, maybe chrysocolla, definitely a copper ore of some type. Wow, here, this might be the most valuable rock find that I found in a long time. This, I believe, is a giant piece of smithsonite. There's 2 different types of smithsonite. There's one that they call turkey fat, that's white and crystalline, and then there's one that's blue. My friend Tim that's up top loves smithsonite. That's something that, you know, sometimes it just takes a while to get an idea of where it is. For now, let's try to sneak through this a little bit more, see if we can't see where they were talking about this 550 connection. Towards the end of it, I saw all of these signs pointing to what said the 550 level. Now, the Union Mine itself is a vertical shaft Now, in between all of these levels, they would have created winzes and little kind of like chute and ladder mazes to get in between the two, not having to use this Union Mine main shaft. Suddenly, maybe you have miles more of mine to explore. So anytime I see a little marking, you know, a little exit sign, I get excited. Out. And so this, at one point in time, led to the 550 level, which is the level below us. That could be the way to the 550, or that could end right there. It looks like some really cool rocks up there. It might just because I have the new light, but ooh, whoa. Now that is something that is very tempting. It looks like that might drop off. It's very narrow too. But we'll squeeze down there. I don't know if I can accurately depict how narrow this is, but don't have a bunch of room. Oh, looks like it just ends. Oh, it keeps going. Oh, there's a ladder there. Oh, we're going down further and further. And I do have a time limit that I told Tim I'd be back up at the top, but that looks just too interesting to give up yet. I mean, this might go down all the way to the 550 through here. You can see some huge boulders being held up by some very precarious wood. So if I don't want to touch any of the wood, because if I were to touch that and those would start falling, but that's where I have to go back up now. So every step down is commitment further that I can get back up. So I really have to think that through. So obviously this isn't the rope that you want to be using, but what this is a guide. Just in case I get down there and I'm finding it too slippery to get back up, I have something, you know, attached to a rock that can bring me back up. All right, so we're bringing the cord down with us. I'm finding more ladders. So I am quite convinced that this might snake all the way down to the 550. But it looks like it's about to get extremely steep. So this ahead of us is not something I'm comfortable doing just with this small paracord. But what it looks like I did find was a connection down into the 550. We've already probably gone 50 feet below the 400. And so this drop below is not one that, again, I'm comfortable doing just on paracord. But if you can see, it definitely goes much deeper right there. And I believe that keeps going. And at the 550, I've run into collapse many times and I couldn't keep going. So this is the problem with exploring when you have time limits and exploring when you don't have all your gear. You know, 50% of me wants to go down that. I think that I could most likely scramble back up. But again, being down here by myself, it's not worth it. I know it exists now. I'll just find a time to come back and get down to the 500-foot, 550 level this way. Because this drop is at least 30 to 40 feet down to the very bottom. And if I could go down there, I think rock climbing, but it's then ascending back up this is not a great idea. So for now, let's go back up, mark it on the map. I'm actually very glad I brought this even small cable. It is helping get back up on these slippery rocks. This could be also just an enormous pocket of that Smithsonite I was describing. You can see it at the end here. Just, that's a huge pocket of smithsonite. Massive. You never know what you're gonna get. You know, Heraclitus said that you never step in the same river twice. You never explore the same mine twice, even though I've been down here so many times. We have a huge pocket of smithsonite over here. We have a pocket of galena below me, and we have a connection to 550 to an area that I've never been at before. So beautiful. Smithsonite can be very valuable too. And it can be cut and polished to become nice. You know, I've seen somebody that posted some Cerro Gordo smithsonite on eBay for a few $1,000s. It must have been before my time, but it was way smaller than this. But I have to be really careful of going back up. You can see these two rotten beams are holding up all these rocks. I have to straddle around these rocks. There, to not send these down because we need to go down there. All right, as you can see, it was a little bit of a crawl to get in here. Oh, but that is so cool. Safely made it up that. Now, back to the hoist. Hello. Hello. So I came back up. I knew that that thing went further. I knew that it potentially got to the 550, and the important part of that is it probably got to the 550 beyond a collapse that I got into before. But luckily, I had some visitors coming in just a few days. And these visitors of everybody could be the perfect people to bring down into the mine with you. I had Jason from Mount Baker Mining up in Washington coming, and I had Dan Hurd of Dan Hurd Prospecting. So two legitimate miners were coming 2 days later, and what they wanted to see is they wanted to see some fun ore, they maybe wanted to go down to the mine, and me, selfishly, I wanted to continue down my little rabbit hole that I had started on. All right, so we're getting packed up, and it turns out that Dan is gonna go down there with us. So Dan Hurd, Jason, and myself are all headed down. I'm gonna bring my rope and harness. I'm gonna try to go down that cliff that I couldn't the other day when nobody was down there. So as you can see, I'm packing up. We got the harness, we got the helmet, we got the rock drill. But I think it's gonna be a huge day. I think we're gonna find some amazing stuff down there. I'm glad that Jason and Dan are able to come with me, and stay tuned because it should be quite the adventure heading back down the hole. All right, we're here with kind of the mining dream team of Dan and Jason. Jason, you've been down here before. Dan, this is your first time down in the Union Mine.
Absolutely.
How are you feeling? What do you expect?
A little nervous.
Okay.
A little nervous.
That's understandable.
You know, only having one way in or out that's mechanical is scary.
I am still nervous. I told everybody when I got back, I don't need to go down there again. I've done it once, and here I am going down again. So yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I just want to be able to say I've been in the mines of Cerro Gordo.
There you go. So Dan, Jason, how you guys feeling? We're halfway.
Halfway there, and I've sort of been counting the rungs of the ladder on the way down. I do not want to climb up.
Welcome to the 400 level. Welcome back.
What am I doing here again? Okay. There's a little jog down here, right? A little. Yeah, you're gonna come to a cliff and you're gonna go right down. You do have the support rope to hold on to if you want to feel a little more safe. Oh yeah. But just past your next step, it's gonna be just straight horizontal. But then remember, we have to go down that ore chute. The box chute. Yeah, the box chute. Yeah. You wanna go ahead?
Sure. I think I have to get the backpack off.
Oh yep. Hey Jason, you wanna yell when you're at that landing? Yeah, I'm here now. He's at the landing.
It's a little tight with.
It does get very tight with the backpack, yeah.
Hello there.
Hey. You guys took it the easy way.
I did.
You slid down.
I slid down. We had a nice dynamite box though.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Crazy. Very heavy. Wait, there was some the green stuff, right? There's some cool greens in there. Don't know what that is.
Definitely copper.
Yeah, definitely copper. There's a dark vein there too.
Oh, yeah, that's cool, yeah.
That's where we gotta go down after this to get to maybe the 550. Yep.
Are you at the wall?
I'm at the wall.
Oh, okay.
It's right here.
Oh, there's a hole.
Yeah, that's where we gotta. That's where I'm gonna try to go down after this.
Okay.
With some rope. But see how this is like bubbly? Ish.
Yeah. It's very, very oxidized, right? Everything's black, rusty, and
there's like bubbles over here.
Yeah, look at that. Get a really big piece. That's what I want. There you go. What does that look like? It looks bubbly.
It looks bubbly. I'll go down further.
Yeah.
I'll leave you here.
Sure, that's fine.
To chisel away.
Okay.
And if I die, I'll yell something.
Okay. Let me know if you die.
Yeah, tell them that I said something cool.
Okay. I'll think about that while you're down there.
All right, so we're down there. We're down here. And now this is the drop you can see to potentially the 550. So we need to get down there. I'm harnessed in. We're gonna give it a shot. Holy shit. All right, I'm going down this and it's actually much, much deeper than I thought it was. As you can tell, we're going down some crazy, crazy shaft. And I hope I have enough rope. I don't know that I will, but we're gonna go as far as I can and go back up, but this is insane. I don't know if you guys can see up that, but that's insane. Some big rocks, tons of galena down here, huge pieces of galena. I don't know if that's a level or if that's a collapse down there, but it looks like we have enough rope to get there, so let's find out. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's really tight down there. It just keeps going. I've been going down. You know, this rope, I was gonna bring the longer rope, but this rope is exactly 100 feet. And so we're probably already 50 feet below the 500 when I started. And so at the end of this rope, you would figure would be the 550. But if you look, I mean, I can't see for sure, but it does not look like we're at the end. Well, as you can see, I'm now at the end of the 100-foot rope that I brought, and so I'm at least 550 feet down, and this thing just keeps going. It's this weird little like pocket they were following or something, but if you throw a rock, give me a rock. It goes for a very long ways. So I think I gotta go back up once again, get more rope to see where this hole goes. This journey back up is gonna be long. That's such a bummer. Yep. Oh yeah. Just a pretty insane little thing. I'm getting there. As you're going down, it's just like this pretty much the whole way down.
Wow. So they thought they were on something hot.
Yeah, I mean this little piece too. Look how heavy this little guy is, even that.
Oh yeah, that's like solid galena for sure.
Yeah. And there's like the whole, you look down that weird rabbit hole, that goes, like I said, more than 100 feet, and you still can't see the bottom dangling from the end of the rope.
Oh, weird.
So unfortunately, trip number 2 came to a stop with the end of my 100-foot rope and a promise to myself to go back down there in the very near future. The good part about that is Dan, Jason, and I were able to take just some beautiful samples of these rocks back up to the surface.
Check out some minerals?
Review our haul?
Absolutely. My pockets are like 10 pounds each. Well, I think a lot of these will look really a lot better once we clean them up. Yes. Especially those selenite, if that's what they are, because they're so rusty.
I love the vugginess of the lead, and some of them we actually saw crystals in.
Yeah, one of the crazy white crystals.
Oh, wow. There's
yeah.
More selenite.
There's another one.
More selenite.
You like that stuff.
I did. I was really into collecting that.
Yeah. There's another one with a big vug, right?
Yeah, that first one. I hope we put it in.
I handed it off. I found it.
Oh, it's still heavy enough. There's something in here still.
Oh, there's a plunk. There we go. Awesome. Good work, guys. Yeah, we did it.
That was fun.
Yeah. They were beautiful, and I loved getting them, but still, to me, as that completionist, I still needed to get down further to see what was at the bottom of that hole. And luckily, a couple days later, Scotty was around, and Scotty's always one that's excited to go down the rope with me. All right, so I'm outside of the Union Mine, back for the 3rd time trying to go down that little hole that is at the 400 level that I think either connects into the 550, which would make sense, or because it's going south, it might connect into the Jefferson Chimney, which would just be insane. With that in mind, let's get packed up, let's oil the hoist, get down there, and finally figure out what the heck's going down this little rabbit hole inside the 400. All right, so you can see you. Take care of the cats.
Will do.
Yes. All right, so we're back down at the 400 level. Have a lot more rope with me. Have Scotty with me.
Oh yeah.
And we are going to see what the bottom of that tunnel is all about. We have enough rope to, at this point, to get halfway down to the 900. All right, feeling coming down on kind of the first landing. And I wouldn't grab onto this log here.
Okay.
Because this log is supporting all those rocks that you're on. Oh. Yeah. So yeah, come on down. All right, and so that's where it starts. See the cliff there?
Oh yeah.
That's where it starts going vertical. So I'm gonna
start heading down that. And then when, it'll take me a little bit of time. I don't want this to fall on me, so let's bring this piece back up. All right, so we're back to the end of the 100-foot rope, and Scotty's coming down right now, and I hear some serious rocks getting thrown down past him. I'm on a landing, so I'm off the rope right now because I need to leave the rope secured for him. So now we need to create another anchor here to continue going down there. And so I'm thinking that we're gonna drill into this rock, put a bolt, you know, like as they would use for rock climbing, and then we're gonna continue on down. But as you can tell, it's very narrow, very steep, very sketchy down here. I can't even turn around, but I'll try to get some of Scotty coming down. I don't know what just happened up there, but I just got rained on. Did I get... Anyways, not a very easy descent. How's it going up there? Good. Not a galena. Pretty insane. Yeah, there's just galena everywhere. Everywhere. I know. You're good to stand there. But now what we have to do... How's that?
It was easy.
And now, see this?
Oh my lord.
And it just keeps snaking around.
How far did you go down that?
Right here, because the end of the rope's right here.
Oh, is it?
And so...
So you haven't been down any of that?
No, the 100 feet's right here. So I went to that, and then that's the incline. I was like, oh, maybe I can just walk down. And I was like, no, if I walk down...
There's no way you're getting back up. But I see what you mean. It's like, it's very convincing. Like, I could just walk down.
It feels like you walk down and walk back up, but if you can't walk back up, you're just screwed.
Fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked. So I'm thinking, though, like, this rock doesn't look terrible, maybe. I mean, I don't know what better for an anchor, yeah. Because I got the rope here.
Let me...
Pretty insane. Do you see some of those other chutes with ladders coming down?
Yeah, I did.
It's wild.
I was mostly looking for rocks.
Yeah, there's a lot of galena down here. So I think they're just chasing a vein.
Yeah, I think so too.
What did I say over here? We're about probably 120 feet below the 400 level. We've rolled some rocks down, don't know how far it goes, but now we're gonna go into the great unknown, you know? See what happens from here. Woo. Woo. But it's like, yeah, I would not have been able to get back up if I just free climbed. No, it just, dude, this is insane.
How far?
Woohoo! The excitement of going down these things is one that I don't know where I get that excitement anywhere else. Really my life, you know, it just like something is about to happen. I am about to find out a new part of this town that I love so much. And sure enough, you know, not only, I don't know, 5 minutes in, feet hit bottom. Listen, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I just came down here and we are definitely on the 550 and we're on a level. See the track? They don't leave track unless they've seen a lot. I've never seen this part of the 550. So we're on completely uncharted territory. Scotty! Yo! Come on down! But folks, this could just be like historic I mean, this mine's been explored so many times. I've been on here so many times. I've never been to this part of the 550. There's tracks here. There's what appears to be another chute in front of us that because we have the rope, we can continue going down. This could just be one of the biggest and most exciting explorations yet.
Get that nice butt shot.
Yep.
Nice.
We're at a part of the 550 that I've never been into before.
How do you know we are at the 550?
Because there's track, right?
Right.
And then it goes both ways.
Whoa.
Yeah, so we definitely have entered a whole world.
This is wild.
Yeah. Let me get my camera set.
Oh.
All right, we're on the 550, what we think is the 550.
We're gonna do a little exploration. Did I say 550?
562.
Yeah.
Holy.
Whoa.
Is this the Jefferson? No, it's not.
This, that might lead into the Jefferson because we're making our way over here. Let's see how far the rope will go. Should have brought that other rope.
And so Scotty and I walked over, and sure enough, we just saw this, what appeared to be just an infinite pit. You know, just an insane pit all the way down of just void. And once again, we got into the situation of rope. You know, we were thinking we were gonna need enough rope to go down another 100 feet maybe, but now suddenly, you know, we're 100 feet off in another direction down there, and we're potentially going into the Jefferson chimney. It was a bit sketchy for Scotty's liking. I totally understand that. It was a bit sketchy for my own liking.
Whoa.
You don't want your big light?
No, it's okay. Yeah, I do. No, yeah, I do. You just hand me just the... Yeah, oh shit. Thank you. I mean, if we're already at 550, then we'll have to be going towards the 700. Right?
The only way is down.
Right.
The little bridge you're on doesn't look solid.
No, it looks sketchy. The whole thing feels a little sketchy.
That's a crazy spot.
There's like a level right over here too.
So I got onto this ledge that just felt like, I don't know, a 3 foot wide ledge would just drop on both sides. And yes, I'm attached to rope, but yes, the human instinct to not want to fall off a ledge still exists even if you're on a rope.
I don't want to like straight rappel, you know, I want to like rock climb.
Yeah.
But it is not looking like that's an option. And I'm about to fall, which I don't want to do. Fuck. Might be a problem getting back over this little ledge thing. Oh. That's nice. All right, collected some cool galena down here. It's a crazy pit. Again, it stops, seems to be collapsed in different areas, but it seems like there's more up above us to explore. Might need more rope, and again, we're running out of time, but I'm gonna head back up there with the galena that I got and at least know what's down another pit. Now though, I have to get all the way up there. God damn it. That was about as hard a climb as I had.
So, was there the full exploration that I wanted to do? No. Unfortunately, once again, we had time limits, we had rope issues, and this is an exploration that's going to need a lot more planning. This is one that is going to continue going. But The thing that we did learn in this is a few things. One, that rabbit hole does lead down to the 550. Two, there is a hole that leads deeper below the 550, potentially in the Jefferson Chimney. And three, there is a ton of valuable minerals down in this part of the shaft. All right, so let's take a look at this haul that we brought out of the mine. First, you know, my favorite, we have galena. And again, galena, lead, silver, a little bit of sulfur, some other stuff. This is going to be turned into silver. We have what I believe to be smithsonite. And smithsonite is interesting for a few reasons. It was first kind of named by a guy named James Smithson. And James Smithson may be familiar because of the Smithsonian Institute in DC. And so in the early 1800s, he is the one that kind of put smithsonite on the map. These days, as I said before, like Cerro Gordo smithsonite goes for thousands of dollars on eBay. I'm not the one selling it. So if it's you, where did you get it and how did you get it? But other than that, we have this other one, which could be calcite. I don't quite know yet. We're gonna take a look when we get down there. We have the very rare blue potential smithsonite. And I have another piece out there that I'm very, very excited to cut, because smithsonite is so interesting to me because it can be gray, it can be blue, it can be all these different colors. And so with that, let's put all of our finds back into the bucket. Let's take my truck, let's go down to Lone Pine, let's shine some of these up. Hopefully, the president of the Lone Pine Gem and Mineral Society is there. I believe secretary these days, his name is Brian. So I'm hoping that Brian can give us some more insights and confirm that these are smithsonite or are not. But no matter what, these are beautiful, and stay tuned because after we shine them up, I'm gonna give away some of these things. And I think I found a new hobby. You know, for the first 3 years, I've just been interested in finding newspapers and finding dynamite boxes, but these are pretty dang cool. And so be on the lookout for a lot more mineral hunting in the future. So first, let's get down there, let's check these out. All right, and I've never actually been to the exact gem and mineral compound, but I believe it is this building over here. So let's go in there, bring our haul. Maybe Brian can confirm that some of this is smithsonite for us. We got Brian.
Yeah, hi, I'm Brian.
Lone Pine Gem and Mineral Society.
Lone Pine Gem and Mineral Society. I'm the acting secretary now, but I've been with the society for well, since I've been down to Lone Pine. We got one of the best collections of local rock
Okay.
in the Inyo and in the valley ever.
Yeah. So I gotta say, when I went down to the Gem and Mineral Society, I was thinking maybe we'd identify some rocks, maybe I'd be there for 10, 20 minutes, then be gone. And I ended up staying there for 4 or 5 hours. It was just such a cool community to tap into. You know, Brian called some other people, and before I knew it, we had 10 people, you know, from around the community, all there willing to pass on their knowledge of the rocks, you know, give me tips on cutting rocks, give me tips on, you know, exploration, just admiring the rocks that we did find.
This is going to take several cuts because
I knew you had to see these, Francie, but look at yeah, okay.
All right.
See?
Yeah.
No, you took an active part of it.
Right. Okay. All right. What are these over here? All right. Reveal.
You get the first. You get the first reveal here.
All right.
Boy or girl?
Ooh, it's a boy.
How do you know it's a boy or a girl?
Because it's not hollow.
All right, so we had kind of the heavy hitters of the Gem and Mineral Society stop by, it feels like.
Yeah, we did.
And it feels like we found a lot more than maybe we thought. We identified that as smithsonite, correct?
Yeah, this is a smithsonite. Smithsonite's in its really good form is aquamarine and blue. This is the one that you're not going to find a specimen like this. You don't want to even like mess with this.
Yeah.
When you can see the layers in here,
right?
And he got this in the middle of the earth, by the way, in the middle of the Inyo.
Yeah.
They're saying this is copper here. This blue is what was identified, but there's also a gold streak through here, this vein, which we do believe it's gold. Now, we haven't put a gold finder on it yet, and you see it up in here, that the gold finder will probably screech when it hits this, but it may pick up other metal in here too. But
if we have gold and smithsonite in the same piece, that's a pretty special piece.
This is a very special piece. I would say for me, this is priceless. This goes in a display cabinet.
Yeah.
Because this is a rare of all rares. Just because of all the different things that's in this specimen here.
Yeah.
It's just really quite a piece. I told him not to sell it. This is silver, okay? Now, the galena is lead and silver, okay? So you can find galena just on some of these foothills here, and you just find it, okay, it's a heavy rock. But you're actually seeing the silver in this. So the specimens that Brent found deep within the mine on level 4, these are rare. These are things that you're not just going to get just like finding on the ground here in the Inyo range.
And so I really enjoyed my time down there, and we were there far after dark. And so I anticipate myself spending many hours down there grinding away, learning how to turn these beautiful specimens into something that, you know, maybe I could carry around with me every day. But I just think one of the most special experiences I've had over the last few months was just kind of tapping into that network. All right, so I am back with my priceless minerals, as Brian said, down at the Gem and Mineral Society. So Cerro Gordo Jewelry Company, I don't know, probably coming pretty soon. If you have any ideas about that, do leave comments below. But beyond all that, I just have to say thank you. Thank you all so much for checking out this video. I know that the videos have been kind of few and far between over the last few months of the winter. It has been a very cold winter up here. There has been not a lot going on because of the amount of snow. And to be a little bit more personal, I've been dealing with just some mental health stuff, you know, related to it being so cold and for so long up here. But the weather is much warmer out. I am feeling much better, and there are some very exciting things on the horizon. The first floor of the American Hotel is done. An update about that coming very soon. I am headed to get a bar from the 1800s that has some crazy history to it that we need to get up here. That's gonna be very fun. So all that to say, thank you all for sticking with this channel. If you're not already, I do hope you subscribe to this channel. There's some really cool things coming up. And let me know below, what I should do with all of these minerals, because I do have a lot of them and I do want to make something cool. Ooh, yes, if you stuck around this long, I'm gonna give away this rock. You know, I'm feeling pretty good. This is just an absolute museum specimen of galena with crystals inside of it. And so if you want this rock, I'll put a link below. Sign up there. I'm gonna ship it out to somebody in a couple weeks, and thank you. Thank you all so much for checking out this channel. You know, you guys are the reason that this town continues running, and just to see the community develop around it has been so inspiring. So thank you all so much, and until next time, I hope you guys have a great week.